Hello, Narnach here. Welcome to Fall of the Dungeon Guardians. Fall of the Dungeon Guardians is a first-person, turn-based slash real-time dungeon crawler in a first-person perspective, and it happens on a tiled grid. Yes, that's a whole mouthful. Basically, it's how dungeon crawlers, first-person dungeon crawlers were played in the 90s. If you've played the old Might and Magics, you have experienced this style of gameplay. More recently, Legend of Grimrock has revived this point of view for dungeon crawling, though that's more of a puzzle-based, and it's completely turn-based. This is it's more action-based at my first experience. So I've played it a little bit. I just started up a stand-up party, skipped most of the introductions and things, just to see if the game was actually just running and what the basic mechanics were. So I'm gonna take you into the game shortly, just to show you what at least the first 20-25 minutes of the game are like. But before that, I want to take you quickly into the options menu, because I think the developer's done a couple of things that I think other developers should copy. First up, video options. There's the usual quality settings that indicate that it's probably built in Unity, but the developer's done a couple of nice things. So you got a scene that you're looking at, and if you say, hey, what does deferred lightning do? And you turn it off, and immediately you see what it does. So the same for bloom, you can turn it on and off. Screen space ambient occlusion, you could turn it off and you see that the shadows become a little bit deeper or less deep. And if you have the full screen anti-aliasing, on the video you probably can't see it, but it's the silhouettes of the roots to become slightly more pixelated when I enable it. Though it's very, very little. And there's some motion blur, there's some settings, and you can see the impact on the frame rate. So I like, more developers should do that, that if you just turn a toggle, that you can see directly what it does. So that if you want to fiddle with the settings, you can see what you're losing or gaining and what the impact is. And another thing is for the interface, you can actually scale the different parts of the interface separately. So we can enable a DPS history graph if we want to see that. You can turn the FPS on and off. There's an arrow pad on the bottom that you could click to actually control where your party goes, but just turning it off. You can also scale individual parts of the interface. I think that's just nicely done as well. Not all games have that, especially in dungeon crawlers, action RPGs, it's usually static, or you scale everything. But here you can say, well, no, I'm recording this for YouTube, I just want the buttons to be a little bit bigger, so no, it's easier to see at home, especially if you're maybe watching it on a lower resolution monitor. Same for the middle part of the screen. This is only the stuff that pops up when you actually open up a window. So if you open up the window, maybe you want to actually look at the window, and then there's less padding around it, but you actually see what's happening, and it's just easier to see for the people who have more trouble seeing what's written on the screen. And so far at the top side of the screen, I only seen that there's a little box there, so I'm just gonna ignore that. So I think that those are a couple of nice things that the developer has done that more games should copy. So, and with that, let's jump into the game. So first thing is, we'll pick a difficulty, and let's pick Warrior. So if you're new to Dungeon Guardians but not new to tactical combat, you'll get a good challenge. Playing without active pause is nearly impossible. So in this game, the game itself, if you move around through the world, that happens turn-based, so you move one tile at a time, to the best of my understanding at least. The moment you enter combat, the game shifts to a real-time timeline. But you have the option to just hit space and pause the game. But first, hey, you're the recruit, right? I was waiting for you. Come on up, let's get you to your new job. Let's take a last look at the sunlight. You won't see it again for a long time. Hang on, this is a pretty long descent. So, I take it we are being hired as a guard for a underground prison that's set in a dungeon, in a medieval setting. That's about all of the pretext I have. Hope you're not afraid of heights. So you want to be a guardian at jail down there, right? I'm just afraid of your torch, mister. I'm sorry to ask, but my eyes aren't what they used to be. What's your gender? Well, that's a bit of an odd question, but sure. Let's say I'm a male. That's yeah, pretty much a male. So, okay, I see now. So you don't have to mean yeah. He's a funny bunny, isn't he? So, what's your name? Well, let's go with Narnach. That's I tend to call myself in most of the games. Beautiful name. Reminds him of a pig he once had. What? Funny bunny. So, what's my race? Let's go Dark Elf. Okay, that explains why. So, wait, what? Yeah. So why am I here? Well, I'm here because. Oh, why am I here? I'm a mage. Yes, I'm a mage. Yes, I look like a mage. So. Interesting also with the opening credits as you go through. Reminds me a little bit of what Half-Life did in its opening sequence. And there is musical and ambience, but I turned it down a little bit to not have to shout too much. There you are, a fresh recruit at last, on the board of the prison. I wanted to personally welcome you. I've heard of all of your exploits. Not kidding. No clue who you are. Just heard the lift coming down. Sure you're nobody like all the other guardians we got down here. Come on, follow me. I'll show you the guardian quarters. Let's have a good night of sleep and then tomorrow morning I'll tell you what your assignment is. Okay, rioting. Hey, lazy bum, get up. Finally, you're awake. You slept through a full-scale riot. All the prisoners escaped, all 15 of them. Don't ask me how, I was busy trying to stop the fire that burned down my office. Obviously something is very wrong here, so I have to evacuate the prison by lift. But I can't get the prisoners get away. They didn't take the lift, so they must have fled through the dungeons. And you know what? When I see you, I see a leader, a real hero. So I'm promoting you to the chief of the interception squad. How lucky are you? It's your first day, and already you got responsibilities. Don't worry, I will let you take back all the prisoners all by yourself. You can pick 3 other fools. Heroes, just like you, amongst our available guardians, to accompany you in your noble quest. So, let's build a party, or should I say, let's get this party started. So, let's see, this is my main character, Soul of the Guardian. Oh, cool, so you can actually change who you are. Interesting. So let's see. Let's create a guardian. I mean, we picked a base thing, but we didn't actually get a specialization, or just maybe that's just a specialization. So the game it has a fairly basic tank, damage dealer, a healer dynamic in the group. So you pick a warrior that you can then use as the damage dealer. So you can actually say, well, let's pick a different type of warrior, for example. Let's go with a protector. And here we have a healer that we can say, well, we don't want don't want a druid. We maybe want a necromancer, for example. That's a different type of a healer. We have a dwarf warrior man at arms. Maybe we want a rogue just to balance it out a little bit. Let's go for a rogue ranger. Or maybe, I want to say, well, let's just create a guardian. So I was playing a dark elf. I was saying a male guardian, Mister. Making it up to Narnach. We were going for Mage, and then you can pick. Do I want to be an elementalist, whose primary role is damage dealer, warlock, damage dealer, or an arcanist, damage dealer? So, elementalist uses fire and frost. Warlock, damage over time spells, and life drains. I like life drains. An Arcanist uses speed and precision to build intricate flows of arcane annihilating their enemies. So let's go Warlock. Pick this awesome looking graphic. Voice 4 is silent. You can't actually customize it afterwards. Interesting. Okay, stuck with this. Let's see. So, and keep the other ones as they are. I mean, I played with a druid before as a healer, but necromancer just looked interesting. What kind of rogues do we have? That's maybe a better one to double check. So a rogue. Well, nobody expects a halfling to be a rogue. Let's see, what's a halfling rogue called? Let's call him Thomas. Thomas the Rogue. So it can either be a assassin. That's probably a short-ranged, high-burst damage dealer. A duelist. What is that? That's a tank. Interesting. And we have a ranger. That's a ranged damage dealer. So that worked out pretty well. Let's give him, okay. So this works out pretty darn well. And for us, let's just let's get going. So we are here. This is where we woke up. And I can just use the WASD to move around. If I hadn't hidden the thing in the middle, you could also just click on the buttons that were there. But this is just way easier. Okay. Hey sir, I guess it's time we introduce ourselves. I'm Gerald, I'm a tank. I'm convinced we'll succeed in our mission. Hello, I'm Nozul, I'm a healer. I sure hope we'll make it. Howdy, I'm Thomas, I'm a damage dealer. Oh, and where'd that meet? Guys, I'm Narnach, I'm a damage dealer. And I'm your leader in this operation, I guess. Just follow my lead, we'll be okay. Let's hit the lever to open the room. We can use Q&E to look around. Let's head this way. All the prisoners escaped. We have to hurry if you want to catch them before they find their way out of the dungeon. Or before they get eaten by the things roaming in the dungeon. Yeah. The main cell where most of the prisoners were piled up. Yes. So your party mates, they give you some tutorial messages early on, just to guide you a bit in the experience. Ooh, and there is our first enemy. So let's see. So we can just hit space to pause, and then around the edges of the screen it will start to blur a little bit. And then you can just right-click an enemy to have all of the currently selected party members attack it. And you can use this to switch to select the entire party or not, or you can just click on individual people or use F1 through F4 to select people's. But so far, been easy enough to just right-click on things. So let's see what we have. This is our tank. So he can threaten things, and you can just click on abilities to queue them up. And this is actually an ability that bypasses the queue. And you can have, for each character you can have up to 3 abilities in their ability queue that they will just use in order. And there's about 6 seconds between abilities. Most of the abilities have a 6-second cooldown. And in between they'll just use standard attacks with their weapons. And that's why you right click things to basically say where their standard attacks should go. Let's see, Ranger. I haven't played with Ranger before. You can get some streaks. Streak Climax consumes all streaks, damages the target for 16 HP. The damage is increased by 15% for each streak point. So we could say, for example, 1, 2, 3. Then it will shoot twice with the instinct shot, and after that it will finish with the sniper shot. Let's see, this is our healer. What's our healer do? He's got soul sucking. Damages the enemy of the target for 7 HP and heals the seal of the Seal of Necromancy carrier for triple that amount. If there's no seal carrier, the healing is done to you. So he can heal himself. And this is probably the Seal of Necromancy. Yep. Okay, this is an instant thing with a 10-second cooldown. The ally marked by this seal will receive healing from some of the Necromancer's ability. Lasts 40 seconds and heals for 7 HP when ending. Okay, well 7 HP, that's some around 7% of someone's health. That's not a bad thing. Let's see, and Call of the Quiet Spirits heals the whole party. That's also pretty nice. It has a cooldown of 2.5 minutes, so this is an urgent or a panic button. Cannot be used during combat, that's for reviving afterwards then. Okay, interesting. So most of the characters, they start off with 2 abilities, this one has a 3rd one, so that's nice. So, yeah, let's say we put our seal on our tank, because the tank is going to drag aggro with both of his abilities. And then we can just tell our Necromancer to suck it up. Let's see, and this is our main character, as the Warlock. We can throw a Shadow Ball, that does 24 points of damage, that's quite a bit. And we have Torment, and that's damage over time. So maybe we should start with Torment and then just queue up the standard ability twice. So now basically I've got the entire battle pre-programmed. I can hit space to let it happen. And then as circumstances change, I can just hit pause again and say, well, maybe we should do some other abilities, but we actually just killed the enemy. So, poof. And then just double check, and the enemy didn't drop any loot, so we can just continue. That did look very good. So the bonus plan didn't go as hoped. Doesn't change our path. So now we can't use the elevator to get back out. We have to crawl through the dungeon. So there's 2 skeletons over there. So let's pause the game again. Let's right click on the right guy and say instinct shot, finish. And I'll actually tell my Warlock. I just selected the Warlock to actually just attack the other one. And use a damage over time and then 2 Shadow Balls. Let's see, you once again put your seal on this guy. This is, okay, the Shadow is actually, the soul sucking is melee range as well. So the other 2 guys just have to wait for a bit. So we hit pause. Out of reach, so we can actually just move closer. Yep, we start shooting. Oh no, there are more of them. So here they tell you about queuing up abilities. So maybe I should actually just tell you, just keep attacking the right guy, queue up 2 of these, 1 of these. Then we select you, put you on that one. Let's see, 1 of range 1, and then just 2 of the direct damage ones. See, can I select multiple of them? No. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Now we just wait until they approach. Yep. So now they are close enough that we can tell our warrior to let's attack the left guy. Do a AoE wave. Then do some kicking and then do some more AoE waving. Put the last guy, your shield is still charging, but we can already do some of the soul sucking. Tell you to attack the one on the right, and just suck his soul really good. So we have 3 of the instinct shot points charged up, and it looks like there's space for 5 of them. So this is just going to finish the enemy on the right. It's probably going to finish him off. If we just hit another one. Okay. So our tank is being hurt, but our archer is also being hurt. So what we can do is say, well, we move over our Seal of Necromancy. That happens instantly. And then the next couple of soul sucks will just happen on to heal our archer. Okay, so the druid's definitely a more traditional healer. You actually had a heal over time and a direct heal rather than this soul-sucking mechanic. Okay, so now they tell you about just attracting threats and things like that. There's no loot on the floor. There's nothing there, so let's have a look. Let's see, everybody, how is your health? It's not regenerating, actually. Okay, now it starts to regenerate. Let's okay. Let's use our group heal. So everybody's at full health. We can have a look around. I hear something, but I don't actually see something. Let's go down here. And there is a skeleton over there. So let's see. Everybody is selected. Yeah, there's faint outlines in there in the corners of their ability windows. So let's say we torment and we shoot twice. Then we queue that one up 3 times, or 2 times, and then we finish. That's probably enough. And the other 2 will just wait until the skeleton approaches. Wow, that was a miss. Shot the ceiling. Just queue up another one. Okay. And we can queue up these 2, just pull aggro. And as usual, just heal the tank. But the guy's already half down. This is that was pretty easy. Okay. Again, no loot. Too bad. So these damn skeletons reset the dungeon's automatic defenses. We're going to have a hard time passing through all these mechanisms. So let's pull this lever. That's very good advice. So a door in the end opened. So the interesting bit is, there's a skeleton and he's behind bars. I got 2 ranged characters. Makes for an interesting combination. Actually, let's open up the ability window and turn these things around. So I can have the damage over time here, and then the single shot over there to make it easier to just start from here and there. Because basically every character, I'm already bypassing something, has an ability tree that you can just put points in. And I think every level you just get a point. I haven't actually leveled up a character yet. So this way you can actually customize how your character evolves over time, and each of the classes has 3 different ability trees that you can put points into. But for now, we can just do a lot of damage to this guy. And let's see once away. Come on, get back here. Yes. Back here, yes. So just do a finishing move and then do some more charges. And we killed the skeleton. Okay. Another skeleton here, same idea. Coward, get back here. The skeleton is a little bit gutless. So, we open up another door, let's open up this one. We can have a look, and then there's another door over here that we can just move to. That's another door over there. And then we can move through. Let's see, and there is a bow here. Nice. I wonder who lost it here. Well, let's see. Click and drag it to the bag icon to put it in the party inventory, then click on the bag icon and click it. But you can also just right click it to instantly pick it up, which is way easier. And oftentimes if you find something, one of the party members will say who would like it, and in this case it's this guy. So just put it in, and that's a better bow. You can also right click it to swap it with the actively selected character, and you can just click the icons to switch. So we have a better bow, so the archer does more damage. We have a final think we can open and then we can move through. Oh, that's a bunch. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good bunch to fight. Let's see. To be sure that all of them are attacking me, start by using Thunderclap. That's this group taunt ability. And try to interrupt the first attacker's attack with kick. That's this one. And then use Thunderclap again as soon as its cooldown is over. To check all of this, put the mouse cursor on my portrait. And all enemies like this. And then all enemies that are attacking me will be highlighted in purple. And that's all of them right now. My current target will be highlighted in pink if they're attacking me and in red if they are not. Let's see, each enemy will always attack the most threatening party member for them. Each damaging attack threatens its target according to its damage points. And the tank has special abilities that produce extra threat. And the heals also generate threat. So basically, if you've ever played an MMO and you know a little bit about aggro mechanics, that knowledge transfers very well to this game. So what we do, we taunt, we kick, we taunt. And let's just target the guy in front over here. The first guy, we just charge our instinct shots. Afterwards, we just unleash the sniper shot on one of them. We put our healing seal on this guy, and then we just start spamming Soulsuck. And we put... let's just go with this guy, just put him on an off target. Put a damage over time, and then 2 direct damage. So the AoE hit everybody. He's still got all the aggro. See, we took out the first skeleton. So let's next up target the guy right in front. Queue up more abilities, queue up a couple of shots, queue up a couple more soul sucks. Oh, the guy here died as well. No, this one has slightly less health, so let's focus on him. Damage over time, direct attacks. Let's see, this one just keeps shooting, keep taunting, keep healing. Wow, so our tank actually took enough damage to go down. It's not lethal, but it does suck a bit. Final guy, let's unleash our sniper shot. Some more healing. And we took him out. And then I think after the combat, our tank should get back up. Yes. So we do a full heal for the party. So I think somewhere during the fight the seal of necromancy fell off, because it falls off after 40 seconds. So then I stopped healing him. That's my theory at least. Okay, and our mage is low, or warlock is low on mana. Could actually have a way to deal with that right now. So let's have a look. Just slowly continue. So there's some guys over there. Nothing to the side. So let's play shoot the piñata again. You just keep shooting. And everybody else just use your standard attacks. Let's not use mana on this one. AoE attack. Ah, they ran away just in time. We killed one of them. So there's a shield on the floor there. Yeah, we killed it. And I think, let's see if we have a look. Can we reach it? I don't think we can we? No. No, we can't reach it. Okay, that's too bad. So we need to walk around to actually make it there. Ooh, that one is nasty. A skeleton warlord. He's casting a rip, so let's interrupt him and taunt him. Pumpkin full of arrows. Put up a dot and some drains. Put the necro seal on our warrior. Let's see, this one's tough. The wave party members lose all their health points, they stay unconscious. Yeah, we already tried that out with our warrior. Let's see, what's your stats? Okay, 20. So let's shoot a finishing shot. We got him. Did he drop anything? I don't think so. Ah, too bad. Let's have a look here. Yep, there's a potion here. So we have a health potion that we can give to someone. And for 20 seconds they take less healing from potions. So it's not something you can keep spamming. Which is a nice mechanic as well to just prevent relying on potions rather than strategy. Okay. So this is the good old pressure plate trick. And look, there's a stone here. We can right click it to pick it up. Just stand on here. Let's see if we inventory, we can just drag it out again. Put it on the floor. And then we can actually get at the shields. Ah, and it's the warrior who shouts out for it. Usually a good thing. Warrior with a shield. And he didn't actually have an offhand yet, so the agility and armor is going to be very useful. How much of a difference did it make? 33.9%. Wow. 11.4 becomes 33.9. That's a lot of extra damage. Okay, let's see. There's a bunch of skeletons up here. Okay, let's have a look. Just all the same type of guys. So we can just focus on the one in the front right. Let's queue up our abilities. But once again, put a seal on our warrior. Just start with a thunderclap and a interrupt to interrupt their swing. Looks like we did. Just keep chaining our abilities. Yep, got the first one down. Let's move over to the next. They're taking quite a bit of damage. Okay, so the seal is still up. Just keeping very cautiously, double checking that. Put a dot on the guy. Ooh, we're very low on health. So the healing of this guy, he's like an off healer. He's not a primary healer. That's very good to remember. It also means that I probably should give the tank our potion. So. Okay, so you click the potion, then you can just select a portrait. That's nice. Okay, that's another one down. Let's focus on this guy. So we can interrupt, we can just keep taunting. Just refresh our views and we can continue going. And once again we took a lot of damage. Even shouted out. Okay, let's queue some more abilities. Our seal is still up. So I think it's just, it's not even that the seal fell off the first time the guy fainted. Just that I can't do enough healing to keep someone up. Hey, check this, they drew something. That looks interesting. Interesting indeed. I actually wouldn't have spotted it without them saying. It's agility. Let's see what agility does. Everybody has stats, and agility, it influences melee and ranged attack power for agility based damage dealers. So that's for our ranger. Okay. See, there's a potion here. That's nice to replenish what we got. And there's an iron key over here. If you look here, there's an iron key that we use by clicking on it. And there is something over there, and there's something over there. But the game's been going on for more than long enough. So I'm gonna put an end to this episode here. So, hope you enjoyed it. This is just a look at a game that I spotted on Steam and thought like, hey, this could be interesting, so let's play it and share my experience with the world. So, as with all the videos for new series or potential series, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, do all the crazy social media stuff. You know the drill by now. Everybody else on YouTube is asking for it as well, with good reason. So, I'm gonna continue playing. I'll probably post another couple of episodes in the coming days. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.